Over the hypnotic hum and the squeak of a spinning pottery wheel, ceramic artist Mary Fox begins to coax a shape out of a gray lump of clay. Self-taught, she began throwing clay at the age of 13, building her skill through creating functional pieces. Since then, she has grown into an international artist pursuing her passion of pottery, focusing her craft on decorative work. Beautiful forms, stoneware, and vessels that enrich, inspire, and enhance everyday life.
The decorative work is very much like doing a marathon. It's very intense on all levels. You know, you're thinking up the work, you're creating the work. When it's coming out of the kiln, it's either like Armageddon or the Hallelujah Chorus, so there's a lot of ups and downs because you're always experimenting.
Being open to making mistakes and learning from them was part of Mary's self-taught process early in her career. She felt that by experimenting and experiencing the not-so-good outcomes on failed projects, that it was still a success for her in the long term.
And with that kind of attitude, all of a sudden, that changed my whole energy around my mistakes. And then I started experimenting more and more. And of course, every time you fire, you risk, which is difficult when you spend a lot of hours on a piece to then, you know, take a risk putting a completely new effect on it. But as you can see, it's paid off nicely, and I don't take as many heavy loads out to the garbage can anymore.
As time went by, Mary began to develop her own style of work, taking inspiration from the Greek classical time period or Scandinavian designs. Her decorative vessels and glazes emanate a feeling of antiquity or discovery of a piece from history long ago.
I love the classical forms, the timelessness. Like, they're so beautiful. They're still beautiful today. They're done, you know, so long ago, and yet the exact same forms resonate in us. They have a calmness, they have a beauty to them, a serenity.
Often, Mary's form is described as really simple and basic, yet giving off a feeling of energy or a feeling of life.
I don't want to take the eye away from the beauty of the form itself. And when you start putting brushwork or all sorts of decorations on, you're interrupting the eye. So for me, sometimes the most beautiful pieces just have the simplest glaze on them. So the beauty of the form really comes through to you.
But Mary's pride isn't solely about her work. Her studio workspace and gallery here in Ladysmith is where she feels rooted and energized, creating and looking to inspire upcoming artists to follow their passions. In Ladysmith, I'm Jocelyn Matui.
There we go, another pot is born.